So come to a seated position with your legs extended forward. And since we're going to start with some forward folds, let's first make sure that we're sitting correctly. So make sure that you're sitting on your sitting bones. And if you're not quite sure what those are the top parts of your thighs and the bottom part of your hips. Your butt should be slightly sticking outwards. Now, if you have tight hamstrings, this might be challenging for you, so please feel free to sit on a cushion, and that will help you to stick your butt out. Also, what helps is grabbing your butt cheeks and removing the flesh out of the way so that we can better sit on our sitting bones. We're going to start with head to knee pose. So grab your right heel, press it against your groin, externally rotate your foot so that your thigh can roll outwards. The foot of your extended leg is jointed so that we can activate our quadriceps, and that will help us stretch our hamstrings better. And before we fold, inhale, hands up and overhead, long spine, heart is open. Exhale, fold. Send your heart forward, and the fold should begin in your pelvis. Then your spine follows, and your neck and head are last to fall down. Now, if you feel a stretch in your upper back, that means you're rounding your back. So what you want to do then is slightly bend your knee, sit on a cushion, or use a strap, because we want to feel a stretch in our hamstring and in our lower back. So inhale, imagine sending your heart forward. Exhale, fold deeper. And breathe. If your knee isn't touching the ground yet, don't worry. And if you feel any pressure in your knee, you can support it with a block to alleviate the pressure. On the next inhale, rise up, and let's do the other side. So it will be your left heel that presses into your thigh. Inhale, hands up and overhead. Exhale, reach your heart and chest towards your thighs. And breathe. So with each inhale, we're lengthening our spine, and with each exhale, we're folding a little deeper. On the next inhale, rise up, extend your legs forward. And now we're going to do something similar, but with a twist. So bring your right leg out, and then bring your heel into your groin. So now your hips are facing sideways, you're facing your knee. Your right head comes on the next inhale up and overhead, and your left hand can be extended forward, or you can be down on your elbow, or you can grab the opposite knee. And the top hand can grab the big toe. Chest is facing upwards. If you feel like this is closing you, just release the toe grab, because you want to feel a nice stretch in our side body. And breathe. If you feel like your hip is lifting, your right hip is lifting, try to press it down to the ground. On the next inhale, rise up, and let's do the other side. Extend your legs. It will be your left leg that goes out. Bring your heel into your groin. Your hips are facing sideways. Left hand up and overhead. And the other hand can be in front of you. You can be down on your elbow, or grab the opposite knee. So choose a hand variation that works for you. And breathe. On the next inhale, rise up and extend your legs forward. Now we're going to do half Lord of the Fishes. So we're going to start with an easy variation, and if you notice that you're not quite feeling the stretch, you can always add on. So it will be your right knee that crosses over. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. So your arm can be hugging your knee in, or you can cross your elbow and press your thigh, or you can even bind your hands. And if you're wanting even more, you can look back. So choose a hand variation that makes you twist the most. And with each inhale, lengthen your spine, and with each exhale, twist a little deeper. On the next exhale, release, and let's do the other side. So it will be your left foot that crosses over. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist. So you can hug your knee, elbow, pushing your thigh, or you can bind your hands. On the next exhale, release. Now we're going to do a forward fold, so make sure you're sitting on your sitting bones, butt is slightly sticking out. If you know you have tight hamstrings, start with a slight bend in your knees, otherwise knees straight. Your feet are flointed to activate your quadriceps. Inhale, hands up and overhead. Exhale, hinge from your hips, send your heart forward and fold. If you feel like you're rounding your back, keep then a slight bend in your knees, sit on a cushion, or you can even use a strap. With each inhale, we're sending our heart forward, and with each exhale, we're folding a little bit more. And breathe. On your next inhale, come up. And now we're going to do a counter pose. So point your toes. Your fingers are underneath your shoulders and press the palms into the ground. And by using your back muscles on the next inhale, lift your hips and chest up. If you have any neck issues, you'll look forward. Otherwise, you can look up or back. Don't squeeze your abs because that will disengage your back muscles and you won't be able to lift that high. You should feel a stretch in your entire front body. Inhale, exhale, release. And now we're going to do our last pose, a hip opener, butterfly pose. So bring the soles of your feet together and bring your heels close to your groin. Clasp your hands and grab your toes. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Don't worry if your knees don't touch the ground. And if you feel any pressure in your knees, please put a block underneath them that will alleviate the pressure. Inhale, exhale. And on the next exhale, release.